This is try 2 actually of this video. Hello everyone, hello everybody. So today it is day 11 of 40-day fast, a water fast. And what I mean by water fast, I actually take electrolytes to supplement all of the nutrients which may deplete as a consequence of not consuming solid foods. So there's the specific electrolytes that I do take, as well as some of the supplements to make sure even the minerals are not depleted in my body. So that's what I do. So the topic today is self-talk under pressure. So today, actually, when I woke up in the morning, I took a walk, 2-kilometer walk. It was not a brisk at all. I just paced myself, put on my earpods, listen to my favorite music, which is the music I actually produce myself. So I do enjoy that quite a bit. Now, what is self-talk? What do I want to talk about? When the body is under a lot of pressure, I tend to find that whether from fasting, stress, or change, the mind starts speaking and it becomes louder and louder. The voice really becomes louder. Sometimes it encourages, sometimes it creates some type of doubt in yourself. And then sometimes it tries to negotiate and escape. But my vision and my end goal is way more superior than whatever in negative comments that may just dwell in my mind now and then. So what I'm learning is that I speak to myself in moments of discomfort. Matters more than the discomfort itself. When you speak to oneself, that really takes precedence. So there were moments today where I felt tired or slow. My back, even now, is still a little bit achy, or just a little bit, if I'm feeling slow or just a little off. And instead of pushing or criticizing myself, I choose something different. I choose to listen, reassure myself, and stay present in that particular moment. As I mentioned before, my vision, my end goal, what it is that I'm trying to achieve tends to matter more. So every time when I've got negative thoughts, I always flip the script and say, where do I want to be? And that seems to work, and it has worked in the past and it does work now. The fast is really teaching me resilience. It's not being harsh to oneself. It is really built by honesty and being kind to oneself, when things are not easy at all. So just to give you a bit of weight update today, it is still on 67. Now, what is interesting is all of the people that I do follow, your Dr. Eric Berg, Mindy Peltz, Jamnandas, so the various people will also speak a lot about exactly the same thing, particularly in the fasting period. You don't necessarily want to, your expectations should not be unrealistic. But one thing I do know for sure, I feel lighter, and I think that really matters. And yes, when you are not eating a lot of food, your body will tend to compensate and retain whatever energy that it feels is being depleted. It's like danger. So that's what I do believe. Now, for those that are new in this channel, just to give you some update in terms of why I'm doing this, it's actually the second time I'm doing this. I did a 40-day fast last year, also in January, and I do it spiritual cleansing and also metabolic cleansing, because in December we tend to overindulge, and this time around, yes, there was a lot of overindulging. So before I started this fast, I'd gained quite a bit of weight. My set weight is like 65, and the first time I weighed myself on day 1 of this fast, I was at 70.5. So there was a little bit of extra there because of the December. I know that progressively that would have reduced with normal living, but come my fast, let's just get on with it, and then whilst at it, kill those dead cells and fight that cancer as much as possible. Now, why am I doing this? If anyone were to ask, is it not a bit extreme? I think all of us have different resolves, and this is one of my resolves that I speak about. Yours might be starting a business. Yours might be running a marathon. one of these long marathons, whatever it is your resolve, and you have every absolute right to go and do it. This is my one. For me, fasting is better than probably doing some other things that people may consider to be so much simpler. It works for me because I believe in the benefits. I know how I feel like. I just love the idea of just not being ill, randomly ill. I've been ill since 2023 when I started the journey. I started this journey on the 15th of January, and I wanted to hit my target weight by my birthday, which is April, the 23rd of April specifically. So at the start of my fast, I was weighing 95. This I managed to reduce to my BMI, the body mass index, which is really a calculation of your height vis-a-vis your actual weight. And the BMI was supposed to be 68. Now looking at 95, I managed to reduce it by my birthday to 70. Eventually I did get to 68 and stabilize at 65. So 65 is sort of like that happy place where I do not need to work too hard, to maintain the weight. And I think in my head, it would really be nice to be 60, but there is a supposed set point in all of us. Your body will fight it. One thing that I do not do is take GLP-1s. There's a lot of talk about those. I'm not comfortable. For me, it's like a willpower thing. I want to do it right. I want a lifestyle. I don't want any reliance on tablets. And I'm also not the type of person that also subscribes on our fate being predetermined. We all have predispositions. I do understand that. However, I do believe there is a level of self-control, but most importantly, self-awareness. And some of my recommendations, I should not say the word recommendations, because what I am doing is probably something that will not work for each and every single person. Always consult your doctor if your intention is to go on this fasting journey. I've been doing this for a while, so it is really not a big deal for me. So in my book, which is called Revitalized, I actually published this book when after accomplishing this weight loss, and I speak about my journey, what it is that I did, what methodology I used, and it's a conversation really, so that I find that people are a lot more receptive if you tell them about your own journey. And I do believe that your journey may be different to mine, and take note of that. So there are certain things, for example, just as allergies that work for other people do not necessarily work for others. So I try to rationalize in terms of why I believe this works for me. So as an example, some of the things that I swear by is walking at a particular pace, and I normally say 125 beats a minute, which is optimal for weight loss. So I see a lot of people still jogging. Jogging for me triggers my stress hormone, which is cortisol. It just stresses it. I do not believe in jogging whatsoever. Walking, I believe in. Weight training or strength training, I believe it is important. We need to have a look at that. So so on that basis, that's what I do. From an exercise standpoint, it is important to work. So I did actually want to say that the scale figures may not be coming down, but definitely I can see my jaw now. Ooh, I can definitely see my jawline, and that is always cool. But anyway, the video is coming to an end. I can just encourage you that if you do know friends and family, people that are really curious about learning the entire fasting, process, how to start, how to go about it, and get them to come into this channel. I think over a very long time, we have been accustomed to eating out of habit, even if you're not hungry. So I believe in famine and feast. And that's how I believe the human body was actually designed, not to graze like cows. We're not cows. That's why cows are the size that they are. Anyway, so I come to the end of the video, and I will see you tomorrow. Remember to tell your friends about this, as well as like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.